Hi everyone, it's Jeanette, Craftydawk. One of my subbies asked me how I did the spines of my Reader's Digest books without going through the spine itself. So this is one that I've done. Whoops, this is the one that we're working on at the moment, and I thought I'll just jump in quickly and just show you how I prepare the book. There are a lot of tutorials out there. This is just how I do it, okay? So by all means whip around and check out all the different tutorials to see which one suits you. Now I just crack the spine back. I want to keep these front couple of pages, so I pull those, and most times you'll see it starts to come away, and I just run my scalpel down that spine and just very gently crack it a little bit more, and then it pops open. The same on this side. I want to keep those 2 pages there. And this time you'll see that it does come away. This one's coming away really easily. Some of them are harder to do, and you can run into, see, that's come away beautifully. Okay, and then you've got your book pages to work on. I do try and get this little piece here away. Sometimes it will come, and this one looks like it might do. As you know, my fingers don't want to work very well, but I do like to keep that little piece if I can. And this paper I used on the little tabs on the sides of, where was it, on one of these little, we're going to go through this in the next video, well, one of them. I'm sort of jumping ahead of a couple that I've already made ready to go. Can't find it, but I put little tags on the side of the envelopes. So these I try and keep, because you'll see on the top of this book that I've kept, and I've put that when I do the spine. This one didn't have, I couldn't get the 2, and that's come away a little bit, but I couldn't get the 2, so I could only just get the top one. Okay, it just adds a little bit. What I do then is I take this one off, because now we don't really need that one, and that comes in handy for ephemera making. Just make sure I'm right on camera. Okay. So then I take this page. Now everybody is different on how they do it. I fold that over like that and crease it, and then I cut that piece off. I'll do the same with this side, and I crease that down there, and then I cut that off. Don't throw these away. Okay, now I get a piece of cardstock. Now this is just, it's just shy, but that's fine. All I want is to reinforce that a little bit, and I just line that up, and I just mark it. And trim off the piece that I need, and it's just for reinforcing that spine so that it's going to be nice and solid down there. So I then use my glue. It's a bit chilly here this morning. Oh yes, it is going to work. And I just pop that down the spine. And put the piece of cardboard down there. Then this one goes over. Like that. This is where, oh, see if I can get that other one out too. This is where I pop that, and for this one I'm going to leave the cord. See if I can get this one out as well and do the bottom. Oh, I can. Beautiful. So we'll have a top and bottom on this one. It just, I mean, you don't have to do this, but it just adds, you know, and if you can get it off, oh dear me, why not utilise it, hey? Beautiful, got him. And just so that it's just poking out from there. Okay, so a little bit extra glue on top of that. And that might have dried a little bit, so we'll put a bit extra there. And I'll just run down the edge of that one. Across the top. Never have too much, eh? So then, and I've cut that just a fraction too short, but that is fine. Use my binding tool. And there you have your book page, and you've also got a little bit of a start of a tassel. Okay, so that's the first step. Next step, I bought a box of Tyvek envelopes when I first started junk journaling, and I just keep all the little bits and pieces. If you watch Andrea Artie Mays, she's a great one for Tyvek. I'll just stand the book up there. Okay, now these pages reinforced with the Tyvek are what I hinge my signatures onto. Okay, so we'll just do it like that, and I pop that, center it, so that when you sew in your signatures, you know that you're going to have that Tyvek where it needs to be. And this is super, super strong. It just doesn't rip. It's brilliant. Great reinforcer. You can use, I think, Craftydawk. A lot of people use Craftydawk as well. You can use material. You can use whatever you like, but I'm just utilising the pages from the book. So just that down, and then another one on the top. So I hope this isn't boring and you can all follow along. Stop, go back, rewind. That's what I used to do when I was first starting. I'd go back and I'd rewind and I'd check out what they were doing. I'd go and do it, then I'd go back again and find the spot, rewind, check it out. and make sure I was doing it properly. So and it's just a great learning curve. You watch other people, but you also pick up ways that you want to do things. Like this is it may have been done like this before, I don't know, but I was cutting the pages out of the book the other day, and I thought, well, I'm not going to throw that out. And I'll show you the one that my first one I did, because the paper was just so nice. This is just a it's very plain paper, but it goes with the book. So there we are. There we have our piece all ready to mark up. Where have I got my little markers here somewhere? I've got my little marker, and this I keep. It works as my spine for my book. It's the same size as the paper. I've marked that I want 2 signatures in these. This is the width of the spine, and I've come in 1/4 of an inch so that I've got 1/4 of an inch on each side of each spine, and then I'm doing 5 signatures. If I want to do 3 signatures, I've marked in red, and that's where I poke the holes. And this is the template for popping into your signature and marking. That will be another tutorial. I'll do that for you when I get my next journal ready to go. So that's how I do, and then once I've lined it up, stitch my signatures in, I just stick that down there and stick it, and there's your spine, your journal signatures all sewn in, and you've got nothing on the spine. So you can still, I mean, you could still sew through this, because I don't like the look of that one. I want to put a cover over that. But, you know, if you had one that was really nice, I mean, I don't mind the colour of this one. And all it's got is this little piece on it. Now, if I was to just put a nameplate over that, you know, I'd be happy to keep that as my journal and just pop something on the front. I'm not going to, but, you know, that would be an idea. Now, this is how I did this one. You see here, this is a textured paper. And here's where I sewed in the signatures into it, and it just blends in. So you could use that as your front and back page, and it's a nice textured feel to it. You can also add your you know, you could add, where are we, let's have a look and see. You've got your pockets, you know, you fold your pockets in. This book is the Nature Snippet one that we're doing with Tracy's kit. And, you know, you can pop a pocket on there and have your tuck in there, and that looks fine on the background. I'm not, the jury's not out yet whether I'm going to cover it or whether I'm going to leave it. Okay, so just a quick little tutorial on how I do gutting the books, covering up the spine, trying to keep the little piece at the top, and then utilising those 2 front and back pages to make my hidden signature. So I hope that was helpful for you. I'll say goodbye now, and until the next time, happy crafting. Bye for now.